Welcome back, True Seeker. December 26th, 2017. Today, the New England Patriots signed James Harrison, who was recently let go by the Steelers. I want to show you what's so interesting about this happening today, December 26th. Harrison's 39, like how old Tom Brady was when he won the Super Bowl last year. Tom Brady's 40 this season. And today's news comes 40 days before the upcoming Super Bowl, which will be February 4th, 2018. The article, emphasizing their ages. So, in the offseason, I said I really like the Patriots to be in this year's Super Bowl. If it was going to be any other team, it would be the Steelers in the AFC. And again, here's the reason why. This is the 98th season of the NFL. The Super Bowl ends the 98th season on the 35th day of the year. Notice the name Tom Brady in Gematria sums to 35 as well as 98. In addition to that, Patriots equals 98. New England Patriots also sums to 98. In the offseason, we saw Dan Rooney die. He died April 13th, which is the 103rd day of the year. And he died 98 days before his 85th birthday. And this year is the Steelers' 85th season. It's the NFL's 98th season. And notice National Football League equals 85. So, we have these major riddles going on. Notice Steelers also has gematria of 113. The Patriots upset the Steelers at home this year. Both teams became 11-3 in that game. So, from today to the Super Bowl, it's 40 days from now, or you could say a span of 41 days. I always tell people to check both numbers. The span includes the end date. So, 41 corresponds with Super Bowl. Next year, Tom Brady going to be 41 years old, and don't be surprised if you see him in that Super Bowl. Don't be surprised if that's his last season either. So here's what I've been thinking about. Tom Brady right now is 11-2 all-time against the Steelers. 11-2 all-time. They're likely going to face each other in the playoffs. And if Tom Brady plays the Steelers in the playoffs, his record in just the playoffs alone so far is 3-0. He's never lost to the Steelers in the playoffs. If he were to lose, let's just say that Tom Brady plays the Steelers and he lost, his record would become 3-1 against the Steelers in the playoffs and 11-3 all time. Notice Steelers has gematria of 31, also 113, like 11-3. But at the same time, if Tom Brady beat the Steelers, he'd be 4-0, like 40, like his age, like how they just acquired a Steeler 40 days from the Super Bowl. Remember, 40 is a special number. Again, the entire English language is based on gematria. Think about how you write 4 and it has a U in it. You write 14, it has a U in it, but then when we write 40, we lose the U. When you write out 40, it sums to 84. Look at this. United States, 40. United States of America, 84. Both of these are biblical numbers. And this entire code of letters and numbers is biblical. So anyway, 40 is significant. Tom Brady, 4-0 against the Steelers in the playoffs, very possible. I'm torn on this because these are the two teams that I've said could make it, and we see the narratives being scripted through them. And now this exchange of players. Harrison, longtime Steeler, joins the Patriots on an appropriate day. So here's what else is interesting. James Harrison is born James Henry Harrison Jr., born May 4th, 1978, going to turn 40 next year. From today to his upcoming 40th birthday is a span of 130 days. Pittsburgh, 130, the team he just came over from. Interesting. Likely part of the tribute. Notice also the name James Harrison, gematria of 84. We just talked about the relationship with 40 and 84. Notice the name James, the ordinal value, the alphabetic order, 48. The name Harrison, the reduction value, 48. The name Tom equals 48. The reflection of 84. Today's date, the date of this move, date with a life lesson number of 48. Also, it's the 26th, and all year I've been talking about this. The AFC can win its 26th Super Bowl this year. If it's Tom Brady that does it, he would become 6-2 in Super Bowls, getting the AFC's 26th. Last year he became 5-2, getting the AFC's 25th on the date 2/5 with a 25-point scripted comeback over the Falcons. Last year they moved the touchback to 25 yards. Last year was the 97th season of the NFL. 97's the 25th prime. Remember, also last year in the Super Bowl, Tom Brady had 62 passing attempts, and that's why I said right away, I said that could be a lead that he's going to be in next year's Super Bowl in Minneapolis, possibly becoming 6-2. So, big move on the 26th. At the same time with 62, the Steelers' current Super Bowl record is the best in the NFL. It's 6-2. If you write out 6 as a word, it has gematria 52. Tom Brady could earn his 6th. Pittsburgh's already won 6. Minnesota, which is hosting, also has gematria 52. The Steelers won their first Super Bowl against Minnesota. Today's date, December 26th. 12 plus 26 is also 38. Remember, Minnesota equals 38. The stadium that's hosting the Super Bowl, US Bank Stadium, 38. The Steelers play the Browns. The Steelers will likely win. The Browns will be 0-16. Should the Steelers win and should the Patriots win, both teams will be 13-3. They'll both be 6-2 at home. You know, the numbers we're talking about. Notice that Minnesota also has that gematria of 133. So the narrative's tight, you know. All year I've said it could be these two teams in the AFC. And for anyone out there watching going, well, they're the top teams. I mean, you guys, the entire NFL's scripted. If the NFL wasn't scripted, they wouldn't be the top teams. You think 40-year-old Tom Brady, who's never been able to run in his life, would be one of the best players in the NFL? Not even close. His entire career's been scripted. You know? NFL's a joke. Just see the last Patriots-Steelers game. Juju running down the sideline. There's 2 Patriots defenders there and they can't knock him out of bounds. Give me a break. That's the rigged NFL. League's such a joke if you watch it with your eyes open. The only way I pick teams is by the numbers and what's in the narratives. So, you know, been saying to look out for these teams all year. It's coming down to these teams. We're seeing riddles with the same numbers we've been talking about all year. The point of my work is to show you how the league is scripted, so you don't invest your emotions in the league. That's the point of my work. You know, I don't do this for money. I do it to get the word out because so many people are wasting their life, investing all their time, energy, and money in rigged sports. You know, because they don't have the eyes to see. So the point of my work is to share the knowledge so people can see through the games the same way I do. And if you think all this is coincidence, you know, there's probably not much hope for you. That's where that word goyim comes in. So, we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. I guess I'll make one last point. This number 179 right here, these likes and shares, when the media post them, they're always contrived. 179 is the 41st prime number. Again, this comes a span of 41 days from the Super Bowl number. So, I think we covered all the main points. I'll let you be the final judge. But understand this is all ritual and it's all riddles. You gotta love that the Patriots are closing out their season against the Jets too, you know. Tom Brady's whole career began with the 9/11 and the Patriot Act. And then the New York Jets crashing into Drew Bledsoe and injuring him. You know. Don't forget Tom Brady became the starter at Michigan in 98 either. So 98th season of the NFL. The numbers for the date of the Super Bowl really line up with Tom Brady. And that's what I've been saying since way before the season began. But if any team was going to dethrone him this year, the death of Dan Rooney 98 days before his birthday, something to look out for. So, another thing I'll say is if somehow the Jets upset the Patriots or the Browns upset the Steelers, and only one of these teams is 13-3, I think that might be a good sign of who's destined for Minnesota. But I don't think either of them are going to lose, you know. I don't think the NFL could script that in. It'd just be too obvious. Too many people would be asking questions. So, I'll link this down below. Let me know if you find anything else. Until next time, Truth Seeker.